Bailamos, let the rhythm take you over. Bailamos, te quiero, amo mío. Bailamos, gonna live this night forever. Bailamos, te quiero, amo mío, te quiero. Muchas gracias, Todd Bowley, Barcelona, White, Gerard Romero, and Alan Barro. Jules Kunde, via Chelsea, ti amo, Kunde.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
Alright, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, we can smile again. Come on, man. A couple of you guys said yesterday, Miz, you're crying again. Look, I really badly wanted Jules Koundé, really badly wanted Jules Koundé, and it really should have been our first signing. This particular player wanted to be a Chelsea player from the get-go, should have been a Chelsea player last season, and we would not be in this situation with Barcelona. But it is what it is. It's getting closer and closer. A lot of the Barcelona publications, journalists out there have been saying it from earlier today, and even some parts from yesterday as well, that Chelsea are the only one in the race at the moment. Barcelona won't match those fees. They have triggered their economic lever, I think the second one, but they're still waiting for the money to kick in. And Sevilla just simply does not have that much time left. And also Koundé, he's got no issues with joining Chelsea Football Club. He's already agreed on personal terms before. Look, whether his preference later on was Barcelona, who cares? I'm not going to sit here and say that this is the same case as Rafinha, who 100% wanted Barcelona. Jules Koundé wanted us. He wanted us from last season, and even earlier on in the early stages of the transfer window this season. But obviously, somewhere along the way, there was interest from Barcelona, and he fancied that scenario as well. But it's getting closer and closer, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, if it's the Oni or the Matlaw, that's when things get serious. Matlaw dropped this very, very recently, probably a couple of hours ago. More than 3-4 hours ago, looks like. And it says Koundé is set to become Chelsea's third summer signing in a deal that could give Azpilicueta the green light to go. And that's the other thing. With Koundé coming in, Aspi is 100% going the other way. You would have seen the video that I did with the Barca fan Muktesh yesterday, who was saying that they've always wanted Azpilicueta because of the experience, because of his leadership, and someone who could perhaps mentor Serginho Dest. So, look, for us, it's good news. We're getting Jules Koundé. That right side is going to be lit. He's going to evolve that RCB role. He's going to drive from that RCB role into midfield and hopefully create a lot of overloads. And that whole back five, you got Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, Jules Koundé, Reece James, Ben Chilwell. That has to be probably one of the best back fives that's gone around. People talk about the best front three, but that has to be the best back five going around in world football. Now we really need to start focusing on getting some attackers. There's some rumors that we could still go for another defender. For me, it don't make sense. It really don't make sense to get any more defenders. You've got Levi Colwell. You've got Ampadu who can do a job as well. You've got Chalobah there for competition. So it's good now. At the moment, it's absolutely good. No need to get another defender unless we're thinking, Levi Colwell or whoever else is leaving. For me, and don't forget, there's Malang Sarr as well. So we don't need to replace Malang Sarr if that's the case, or if we're thinking about that Levi Colwell's leaving. I still don't think we need another defender because at the end of the day, you got Koulibaly, and you can make do with Malang Sarr, I suppose, as a backup option. Do you know what I mean? So for me, that's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at all the news that's been transpiring from the get-go. We'll come back to this one later on, which is some stats of Jules Koundé by PYS. I mean, look, PYS absolutely loves this player. We all do. For me, this is a huge signing, if I'm being absolutely honest. I mean, Raheem Sterling and Koulibaly, big signing, but this player, he's young. I believe he's 24 or something like that. Let's have a quick look. Jules Koundé age. He's young. 23, 12th November. So he'll be 24. So it's good age. He's one for the long term. Hopefully, he sticks around. A lot of people are worried about his height. I wouldn't be. His leap is one of the best. Apparently, his aerial duels is one of the best out there in La Liga as well. He definitely has a bite in him. He's got that dog in him. Do you know what I mean? That video that's viral in social media where he throws the ball at Jordi Alba. You don't want to mess with this player. And he's stocky. Physicality-wise, he will definitely match up in the Premier League, no doubt about that. Barca sources have given up on Jules Koundé. He will sign for Chelsea in the next hours. This is from Tony Juan Marti, Spanish journalist. This is what was going on from the morning. Chelsea sent paperwork to Sevilla during the night for Jules Koundé deal. This is Fabrizio Romano. We never said Koundé to Barcelona was done. Barcelona is afraid if they will be able to register players or not, and this is why they haven't pushed for Koundé. Chelsea and Sevilla has a meeting this afternoon. This is from Gerard Romero. Gerard Romero, something's happening. You're in the mud finally, brother. You know, this guy, he was doing his level best. He even created a hashtag Karma Koundé, to make, Jules Koundé, convince him to come to Barcelona. This guy, he's got a good pull. I have to say, he's got a good pull, man. There's no doubt about that. But this one, he is not winning one bit. Barcelona are close to giving up on Koundé because they don't have the funds. This is from Jacob Steinberg. As I said, I think they've triggered their economic lever, the second one, but for the funds to kick in, it's going to take a bit of time. Jules Koundé's salary almost between 7.6 to 8.5 million a year, 5-year contract deal at the final stage. That's pretty good. Someone was saying it was somewhere around 10 to 12 million pounds a year. So that's a decent wage, if you're being honest. And then 5-year contract as well. That's great. I'm absolutely happy with that. I'm pretty sure there'll be some sort of bonus structure that's going to be included in this. And this is what Todd Bowley is looking into now. More sort of that Liverpool wage structure. Yeah. Lower base salary, but a lot of bonus incentives, which pushes the player to do well. And I think that's exactly how it should be. If you play well, you're going to get bonuses. But you're going to get, obviously, a base salary, which is not going to be astronomical. But as you perform better and better, we can definitely look into that. Koundé to Chelsea. So this is what came just literally a moment ago from this particular brother named Jose Manuel Garcia, another Spanish journalist. Koundé to Chelsea is not closed yet because Sevilla are waiting for the figures in writing. They only have a verbal agreement, according to close Sevilla sources. Look, let's just get on with this. Chelsea Football Club, Todd Bowley, you guys should have prioritized this particular player a long time ago. Whatever it is, you're now here. Let's get these paperwork sent immediately. How long does it take to get the HR team to draw up the paperwork? Let's do it. Put in those. If it's verbally agreed, put it into paper. Send it off to Sevilla, and get the paperwork all signed and delivered and whatnot by Sevilla. And then hopefully the players already the personal terms have already been agreed, and he can start moving towards Chelsea Football Club, the medical and whatnot. I would love to see him feature in one of the remaining two, friendly matches that we've got at the moment. We've got the next one against Arsenal, and the one after that is Udinese. So I would love to see Jules Koundé feature against Udinese, and have some sort of momentum leading into that Premier League season starting up. So let's get this done, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we can celebrate together very, very soon for this particular player. I'm ecstatic, man. That right side, I love it. And do you know what? You could possibly even at times use Jules Koundé as a wing back as well. He's got the quality, as I said, as a midfielder. His ball playing ability, his vision, his passing range, his long range shooting, along with all of the defensive attributes. They could possibly do that. Obviously, I still want Reece James, and I think they could at times interchange. So that's perfect case scenario. I would still like to get a right wing back cover for Reece James, because I predominantly would like to see Jules Koundé as a right-sided CB. But we'll see what happens. There were some talks that perhaps you could see Jules Koundé as a wingback, but I would prefer him as a RCB. But guys, let me know how you feel, man. I'm just ecstatic, man. Finally, we can start celebrating again. We're going to end with this particular news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking: Tuchel is not the biggest fan of Werner, and his recent statements were heard by the player. Werner is dealing with a possible departure, but the final decision will take time. Tuchel is not the biggest fan of Werner, and his recent statements were heard by the player. Recent statements were heard by the player or by the manager? I think heard by the manager. As you guys know, recently Timo Werner said, I could be happy anywhere, or I could be happy everywhere. And Thomas Tuchel replied back to that by saying, you're a young player, you got a Chelsea contract, you should be happy at, like I would be happy at Chelsea. So look, I mean, Timo Werner is a bit sly at times with what he says in media. He did that last season as well when he was playing for Germany in international duty, saying, I'm more suited playing for Germany as opposed to Chelsea. Look, he hasn't worked out. I'm not going to sit here and slander the guy. He's simply not worked out. There's a lot of deficiencies in his game. Yes, maybe we could use him in a different way to get the best out of him, but at the same time, he's got a lot of flaws. He's got a lot of deficiencies. He needs to go. He's been numbers-wise, at times, it looks all right in the first season, but overall, I think he's been a flop. So, look, how he's going to go to elsewhere, apparently there's talks about in Germany, whether it's Leipzig, whether it's XYZ. I don't know. I don't care. But Timo Werner, if you wanna, make sure that you're in the World Cup squad, leave, mate. Leave. And also, I suppose your wages are going to be a bit of an issue. So you need to think about taking a salary cut. So if you're really serious, leave, take a salary cut, and go and make yourself enticing for some of these German clubs to get you back. So look, let's cut the ties and let's move on. Having said that, with Lukaku and possibly now Timo Werner, Hakim Ziyech also looking to go to AC Milan, we need attackers. And this is why Thomas Tuchel said we probably need two more. And now that the defense is hopefully done and dusted with Jules Koundé, we're going to get a here we go very soon. I'm hoping so during this weekend. We now focus on attackers. No need to get any more defenders. I don't know which attackers, but we need to get out there and get some quality attackers. I think there's been some rumors with Alan Saint-Maximin. Look, Saint-Maximin has that 1v1 ability. I can understand why Thomas Tuchel's looking for that kind of a profile, but for me, I think his end product lets him down. I need someone who's got similar attributes as Sterling on that left side, but on that right side as well. Leroy Sané from Bayern Munich would be an amazing shout, but I don't know what position they're in to let go of Leroy Sané. But yeah, we need attackers. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Hopefully we can properly celebrate very, very soon, but this is looking good with Jules Koundé. I was getting worried that this is probably not going to happen, but it looks like everyone from a Barcelona standpoint or Spanish standpoint thinks that Jules Koundé is going to happen at Chelsea Football Club. Hope you've enjoyed this. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, Te amo, Jules Koundé, baby.